Welcome back, cadets. On today's game spotlight, we are looking at Nebula, a 2D pixelated bullet hell style indie game set in space. This is a game made by JuTek, and this is their first publication on Steam. You pilot 1 to 13 ships, all with unique abilities, while fending off an ever-increasing swarm of enemies. Each ship also has its own unique gun mounted in the center, which you control. On top of that, you can attach up to 8 additional turrets as you level up your ship. These turrets are automated and can be individually leveled up 8 times. I found maxing out some of my favorite weapons to be very rewarding. The freeze laser is amazing because it just stops everybody in their tracks. Leveling up takes place during gameplay once you've collected enough scraps or gears from destroyed enemies. Sometimes they even drop temporary buffs for the player, and there's even ways to get better chances of enemies dropping higher tier loot. When you level, the game pauses and provides you with 4 randomized options for upgrading your ship, typically consisting of 2 weapon and 2 attribute perks. These can be things like new weapons or buffs, leveling existing weapons and buffs, or health for the player. There's also a chance to re-roll for a different batch of goodies, but at the cost of some gears. Now, keep in mind, gears are how you beat a level. Each map has a prerequisite number of gears you need to acquire in order to win. There's a bunch of different playstyles and choices that really shape how the game plays out for you. My personal favorite ship is Bobby. Its unique perk starts the player with a faster reload time for all weapons, which decreases by 0.1 seconds every 10 levels. And with the double barrel for the main gun, it's all about getting lots of damage out fast. Some of my favorite loadouts are coupling Bobby with a juiced up freezing laser, speed buffs, and this awesome vampiric perk that steals health from enemies. If you play your cards right, you'll be untouchable. But there's even more ships, maps, and cool weapons than I saw in my time playing the demo. The skill floor is low, so it's very easy to pick up, and you'll learn very quickly as the game punishes you for mistakes. It does a good job of rewarding those who plan ahead and crushing those who don't. I found that the 3 pillars of surviving in this game are thinking ahead, movement, and ensuring a clear path for escape for your ship, and using your main gun to do so, as encounters get pretty claustrophobic. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god! And just when you think you've leveled high enough to be an eldritch god wreaking havoc across the cosmos, enemies scale with you, and megaships start spawning. Oh my god, look at this big boy! I'm gonna focus everything on him. However, my biggest gripe with the game is that sometimes there is just so much happening on screen, and because of the art style, your cursor can get lost and become practically invisible. It would be nice if there was an option to change its color or even have a dashed line connecting it to your ship, so you can at least know which direction you are shooting or quickly find it again. The stress this game induces makes it fun, but when the chaos is closing in on you and you can't tell where your main gun is shooting to clear an escape path, it can be game ending. There are also little side objectives that pop up that give you direction and keep the gameplay loop pretty engaging. They're little safe havens amidst the onslaught, where you can take a breather and earn some loot if you stay inside them long enough. They're basically supply drops that provide you with things like buffs, health, instant levels, nukes, or extra gears. It's really fun to figure out how to get around one of the massive hordes you've been corralling for the last 5 minutes to get to one of these lifesavers. But like always, if you don't plan ahead, you're just going to end up trapping yourself. Funny enough, I was struggling on the second map for quite a while until I realized this game also has an entire skill tree system in the hangar. I was basically playing on hard mode without realizing it. But here you can spend golden gears you acquire to upgrade your arsenal. You can raise the base levels of perks and weapons that you like using. Resetting your tree also costs nothing, so you can get all your currency back and try out a different build. It's awesome, and I honestly was not expecting this game to have this much in it. Nebula is truly fun and addicting, and there are really rewarding moments when you narrowly dodge close calls, reach a drop zone with barely any health left, or wipe out huge swaths of enemies, either from your beefed up and dialed in weapon system or the dazzling explosive buffs you find. The music in the game is also pretty fun too. I found myself just jamming out every now and then. All in all, it's a very easy game to pick up and understand, with lots of techniques to explore and good challenges that will have you saying, "One more try," every time. If you love finding new indie games, leave a like. If you'd like to join my fleet, grab yourself a badge and enlist today with a YouTube membership and a tier of your liking on Patreon, where you can get the complete experience on board. My patrons get exclusive content like wallpapers and behind the scenes, early video access, private live streams and chat rooms, and more, all linked below. If you can't wait to discover another indie game, you can check this one out right here. But until next time, cadets, keep those shins high, eyes to the skies, and may your future journeys be evermore. Voidboi. Enemies scale with you, and mega sharks